Yee. Way up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and I'm fresh from Detroit, just back in New York. I missed all the bad weather here. I heard it was a lot of raining, flooding. It did snow while I was in Detroit, but they're used to that. They're used to that in the D. Dan, my producer's here with me today.
Good morning.
I'm trying to figure out some creative gifts. Should you ask people what they want, or you think it's better to try to be creative?
I think if they're really difficult to get gifts for, then yes, just get them what they want. But if they like creative stuff...
What about when people are like, oh, don't give me anything, I don't want anything? It's so annoying.
Just be creative.
But what they really mean is, get me something.
Yeah, but when they say that gives you the green light to not spend a lot of money.
What about a gift card?
That's lazy. I don't like giving gift cards.
Money's nice.
Sure, it's lazy.
Right. I mean, when all else fails. All right, well, let's get the show started. It is a Tuesday. I'm still here at work. It's very quiet because a lot of people are on vacation already. But 800-292-5150. Call us up and let us know who you want to shine a light on. Let's spread some love. It's Way Up.
I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee on a Tuesday, and we are shining a light on somebody doing something positive. And today, I want to shine a light. I stayed at the Godfrey Hotel while I was in Detroit. It's their newest hotel. It just opened, I think, in September. And I want to shine a light on the two women who were working downstairs at the bar. Okay, that would be Tamiko and C-Note, a.k.a. Courtney, but she said, they call her C-Note. But they honestly made the experience of staying there so much more fun. Sometimes when you go places and the staff is amazing, I had a great time. So shout out to my girl Tamiko and my girl C-Note, who were running the bar downstairs at the Godfrey Hotel. Actually, Tamiko was telling me she has her own line of spices, so she's going to send me some. But they just were very pleasurable. They listen to the show all the time, so they were talking about Ask Yee. They were talking about Mano. We actually FaceTime Mano, and Tamiko almost lost her mind. So shout out to y'all. I appreciate all the love that you showed us. All right, now who do you want to shine a light on? Somebody who made you feel good. Somebody that made you smile, even if it's a stranger. 800-292-5150. Mello, what's up?
Yeezy, what's the word?
Mello, first of all, you're not supposed to be using the phone. You said you're taking a break from the internet and from the phone.
Yeah, but that don't start till tomorrow.
Okay, all right. Well, who do you want to shine a light on?
Actually, I want to shine a light on you today. You feel me? Because I don't know if this is the last time you going to hear from me or I'm going to hear from you because I'm taking a break from my phone. But if I don't, happy early birthday. And I want to shine a light on you. You are greatness personified. Like, in the dictionary, there's a picture of you saying, hey, fam, next to the word greatness.
Man, I love how you hype me up, Mello. As a matter of fact, I got a gift for you.
What?
For the holidays. I got you some Born in Aroma by Valentino perfume, cologne, whatever you want to call it, so you can smell delicious.
Oh, you are amazing. I appreciate you so much. You are really the best part of my day. Speaking to you really make my day every day.
See, your friend's going to hype you up like Mello's hyping me up. Hold on the line, okay?
All right, I got you.
Well, that was Shine a Light, brought to you by Born in Aroma by Valentino Beauty, for her, for him, for them. And I want to say, y'all been lighting up these Shine a Lights trying to get some free Valentino perfume. But when we come back, we have your Yeezy, Jonathan Majors, found guilty. We'll discuss it and the fallout from that. What does it mean? When we come back, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. Yeezy is next.
Oh, she about to blow the lid up off this pot.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and I'm here. My producer, Dan, is here. We got some Yee tea for you. All right, Princess Love is among 45 people left in the World Poker Tour World Championship. Now, this started off with 3,835 players, so now there's only 45. It's supposed to inspire and go viral. Here's what he had to say.
Vlogs, y'all gotta do better, man. Like, you gotta create a balance, right? So you gotta have all the drama, and then you gotta have some success behind it too. My wife about to make $5.6 million. She's in a poker tournament, a World Series poker championship tournament, and I send it out to all the people that I with, and they don't want to with the success, but they want to with the ratchet. If I send out a message saying that me and my wife got into it, and I ain't with her no more, viral.
He's right about that. I was watching, you know what's random? So while I was in Detroit this weekend and Jasmine and I were getting our makeup done, we were binge watching College, dying at everything he was doing. But he also was going through a lot at the same time. So it was interesting to watch. I never really watched it like that before. All right. Jonathan Majors was just found guilty in his criminal trial. The verdict came down yesterday. He was found guilty on one count of reckless assault in the third degree and guilty of harassment. Initially, he had 8 separate charges. All of those were pertaining to alleged assault and harassment, but they agreed to drop 4 of those to consolidate that complaint. He was acquitted of 2 other charges. Those charges were intentional assault and 1 count of aggravated harassment. He's facing a maximum sentence of up to 1 year behind bars. So the trial was about 2 weeks. There were a lot of different moments of things that happened during that trial, but I saw a lot of people weighing in on social media. Now, he will be sentenced on February 6th, according to reports, but the Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg told TMZ a jury determined that pattern of abuse and coercion culminated with Mr. Majors assaulting and harassing his girlfriend. We thank the jury for its service and the survivor for bravely telling her story despite having to relive her trauma on the stand. Jonathan Majors' attorney said it's clear that the jury did not believe Grace Jabari's story of what happened in the SUV because they found that Mr. Majors did not intentionally cause any injuries to her. We are grateful for that. We are disappointed, however, that despite not believing Ms. Jabari, the jury nevertheless found that Mr. Majors was somehow reckless while she was attacking him. What did you think when you saw that, Dan? Did you anticipate this guilty verdict?
I honestly didn't know what to expect. I did read that the jury didn't like that Jonathan Majors was reading the Bible
while she was testifying.
Yeah.
I don't know, why would he do that?
Yeah, so I wonder if that had any impact on his verdict.
Yeah. You know, people have to understand when you go to court, no matter how you personally feel, you better be in there paying attention on your best behavior because people are deciding your fate.
Right.
And sometimes that is based on a lot of things, you know. And he's also been dropped by Marvel Studios after that guilty verdict. So that's going to be a huge blow for him based on things that he's done in the past. He was going to play Kang for at least 2 more Marvel films. And the studio was said to be treating him as the next Thanos of sorts in their franchise. And now that is all out of the window. So we don't know what's going to happen with that moving forward, but that's a huge blow to his pocket as well.
Do you think he'll get jail time?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't see, because he's, you know, we'll find out February 6th, but I don't think so. All right, well, that is your Yeezy. When we come back, we have About Last Night. Y'all know I was running these Detroit streets, so I'll tell you what happened. I was also at the concert, but I did come back yesterday, and I'll tell you what we did before we left Detroit. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. About Last Night is next.
So, about last night. Last night. Here's how it went down.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and it's time for About Last Night. So I was in Detroit, and our producer Dan here knows I was in Detroit because we were having a lot of issues.
Sure were.
With technical equipment. So I'm gonna be honest, I ended up doing the show on Zoom, and we never like to do things like that. So that was painful for me.
But by any means necessary.
Yes, but we're still going to make it happen. But anyways, I was out there. Now, I know previously we talked about, first of all, the Big Show was amazing. Shout out to Chris Carson. Shout out to Dr. Darius, to Colleen, to everybody in Detroit. I mean, I told y'all this already. Y'all see T Grizzly with his dancers coming out and everything. Cashed Out brought her son out. We discussed all of this. So shout out to everybody in the D. But what else I did yesterday was checked on my building. You know, we've invested in this 30-unit building in Midtown Detroit, and just watching the progress of everything coming along. So this latest time now, it's 3 floors. So all the flooring is done. And they work from the top down. And so painting is pretty much done in all of the units. We also now are putting in the cabinets. Wow. And so that's the latest and greatest. And it looks so different when you see like kitchen cabinets going up and things like that. So just shout out to the team in Detroit. We're trying to really get this done, hopefully by June.
That's major.
Yeah, it is major. And so I've been documenting the process. And when I tell you some of these rooms, some of these units were awful. I want to tell y'all something really nasty that happened. So there was one room, they're like, do not go in here, one of the units. There was a person that was squatting in there, right? And there was literally like hairy mold growing out of the walls. And he would also like defecate and wipe it on the wall. It was disgusting. So we had to take the whole entire, like everything down. I would hate to have that job. to have to do. But yes, and so things have been progressing pretty amazingly. You know, next up is the bathrooms. The last thing we're going to do is when it's ready to rent out, that's when you put in all the appliances and things. But alarm system, everything going up. We also got the cable ready. It's just a lot of work, a lot of obstacles, but I'm really excited and proud every single time we walk through. I did take some footage, so I'm going to post that. And then the other thing I did was also working with my coffee company. I've been visiting a lot of different restaurants out there, and there's a new restaurant that opened up called Craig Cafe. That's out there. It opened maybe like 3 weeks ago, and it's so amazing. There's a speakeasy. So you walk in the front, it's a coffee shop. And then once you get past the front, then you need a password to go back, and then there's another lounge behind that part, and it's amazing. But it's former NBA players and brothers that actually opened this business. It's a cafe by day, and then it's a speakeasy at night. So Joe and Jordan Crawford are the ones that opened it. So shout out to them. I love to see like all these businesses as they're opening up, you know, in the city, and they're from Detroit. So that's just really dope and amazing.
Shout out to you though. Hustling.
Yeah. So my coffee is actually in Craig Cafe. Coffee uplifts people. And then we also are on the menu at Petty Cash. So when you guys go there, you know, check out Petty Cash. We went to brunch there twice. All right. Well, that is about last night. And when we come back, it is the holidays coming up. And I'm not going to lie. I give all this advice about not waiting till the last minute to shop for the holidays. And I need to follow it because I am trying to get everything done right now. And I want to know certain people in my life, it's really hard to shop for. My dad, I gave him some sweatsuits, matching sneakers, really nice stuff. Years ago, he's never worn it. He said it's too nice. And I gave him a wallet, never used it. My mom has a whole lot of stuff. I don't know what to get her. So what do you give somebody who is impossible? And is it wrong to give like money or a gift card? All right, 800-292-5150. Call us up and let us know what you think. 800-292-5150 is Way Up.
Vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. My guy Dan is here, my producer.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're talking about the holidays. How do you shop for somebody who's really difficult? I am a fan of gift cards and money because I would rather somebody just do that for me than like get me something that maybe I'm like, they don't really know me like that.
By no means is that a bad gift. I just think it's lazy. It's thoughtless. It's
I
just
mean,
like, oh, here's money. By no means, am I
know I like
I'll
that.
never say no to it, obviously, but like.
All right, so what do you think then? About,
I'm big on like gifting experiences. Or
what if they never use the experience? Because anything that requires people to have to do something, I think is hard. When you're like, here's a spa gift card, and then they never go to the spa. Because you know how many people don't use gift cards to places because now it requires me to have to go there. Unless it's for some place they already go. And I always randomly send my mom gift cards to get coffee.
Or if it's something you take them to.
Yeah, that's a commitment.
Yeah. But then it's also something you get to do too.
Yeah, experiences are nice. Vacations, like we're going away.
That's pretty expensive.
All right. Well, let's see what you guys think. 1-800-292-5150. Mara, what do you give somebody who's difficult to buy for?
Gift cards or cash.
See, that's what I said.
Never goes out of style.
You know, they were telling me.
Never goes out of style.
They were telling me up here that that's not thoughtful.
It is in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, so I might be from Columbus, Ohio. All right, well, thank you so much for calling in and verifying what I said. I'd rather get some money or a gift card than something I don't want.
Exactly, me too.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Hey, George, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Now, we're asking, what do you get somebody who is difficult to shop for the holidays?
For me, it's like my parents, they have everything.
Yes.
So each year, I try to get them, and he is in the clothes and everything, so he doesn't have anything that I could just go buy at a store. But I got him a personalized baseball bat, and the personalized baseball was all his kids, his grandkids, and his wife.
Oh, that is so nice and thoughtful. And you know what's great about that? It takes effort and time, and that's what people want.
Exactly.
Oh, that is so sweet. All right, well, thank you for calling.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Now I feel bad about the gift cards. Hey, Dominique, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What you doing for the holidays for those hard to shop for people?
I am either taking the easy road and doing a gift card or also stalking them to see what they use. And if I see them using things like slippers, I buy that same exact item but a little bit newer. Okay. And then they'll be more, likely to use it because it's basically what they have already. It's just newer and improved.
Okay. That's not bad. So, because I know for myself personally, I'm one of those people that is the type of shopper that buys the same thing over and over again. And so you're right about that. If somebody likes something, get them something newer of that thing that they like.
Yeah, it sounds redundant, but hey, we like what we like.
That just made me think maybe I should just get my parents a new iPhone because I know they'll never do it.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good gift. All right, thank you. Thank you. You just sparked
No
something.
problem. Enjoy your holiday.
You too. Hey, Karen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How do you feel about your name being Karen?
You know what? I had it before all the hype, so I'm okay with it. And I could be a Karen myself, but I don't call it Karen. I just call it being me.
So let me ask you, what do you get for somebody who's hard to shop for?
I think being 65 and older, I think we want time without children.
That's a fact.
You know, maybe dinner with them for the holidays, or taking them to a play or a show. They would remember that.
You're right about that. I've taken my mom to see a couple of plays, and I took my dad to a Nets game, but never again. He was acting up. But you're right, though. They do appreciate that more than anything. So that is also something to think about, being more present and planning an experience together.
Yeah, you moved me to call in because I don't call it the radio station.
Ah, thank you. I feel flattered and honored.
All right. You have a wonderful day.
You too, Karen.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Well, that was us just talking about the holidays. I'm trying to get y'all some tips while I'm trying to get some tips. We're in this together. And when we come back, we have your Yee Tea. And let's talk about 21 Savage. He does not want to discuss his friendship with Drake, and we'll tell you why. It's way up.
Way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee Tea. Way up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my producer Dan is here with me.
Good morning.
We're working, even though everybody's on vacation up here. And let's get into some Yee Tea. Now, 21 Savage is on the new cover of Rolling Stone, and he talked about a lot of different things. But one thing that went viral was him talking about his friendship with Drake. He said, "I feel like describing male friendships is zesty as hell." Is that true, Dan? You're a guy.
I disagree.
All right. Who's your best friend?
I got a handful. Probably Zach, John, Mario, Jay, Al.
Shout out to all the best friends.
I got no problem saying I love them.
All right. He also says that emotional outbursts should be reserved for women, while men should approach conflict with logic. He said, like in the argument, a man's supposed to think more about what he say. I feel like a woman is supposed to cry, like F this ish. And then he said that his lyrics, most of it is fiction. He said, I just think of it in my head. Some of it be based off of real life, but a lot of it be creative stories. And he also said he only started celebrating his birthday recently because he said he got shot on his birthday. He got into a car accident with his mom on his other birthday. So he always felt like his birthday was cursed. And so he would sit in the house on his birthday every year. I feel like all these artists are now saying that their lyrics, by the way, are fiction.
As they should.
And we're going to rock with it.
Yeah.
All right. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is talking about his hip replacement surgery. And, he had some praise of my own for a group I love and admire, but I fell and was carted off to UCLA hospital with a broken hip. I like to say I fell while trying to save a child from plunging over a balcony, but I just tripped. It's not a great story. Hard for me to accept that a once world-class athlete just stumbled, but age is the great equalizer and humbles us all. That is a fact.
It's like a tree falling, too.
We can't play basketball like we used to. We can't go up the stairs like we used to.
He's like 7 feet, too.
All right. Money Long was on the 85 South show, and she was talking about energy and negative energy and what her being in the studio with J. Cole taught her. Here's what she said.
I remember one time I had a moment in the studio where J. Cole was there, and I was just having a bad day, and I started just talking trash. Cole came in the room, and within 2 minutes, he heard what we was talking about, and he got up and left. And I just remember being like, damn.
What we say?
Why did he do that? Yeah. But then I realized we wasn't on the same frequency. He not on that. Complaining, that kind of conversation does not circulate in higher level rooms. He didn't judge me. He didn't say nothing bad. He sat there, he listened for like a minute, and then he got up and left.
Oh, wow. And listen, first of all, I love the fact that she was okay with sharing that story because it is definitely a learning experience. She could have been offended when that happened. But instead, she learned from it and decided to talk about that with other people. And that's something we all can learn from. There's times that you got to check yourself and check your negative energy and say, okay, why am I acting like this? A lot of times, I always say this, that's a reflection of your own issues. When you're talking negatively and talking about other people in a negative manner, a lot of times you're not happy. All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines, but sometimes these are things that we don't want you to pass over. Sometimes they're just funny. Like Doritos. They have a nacho cheese flavored liquor, and we're going to talk about that. Would you be interested in drinking some Dorito liquor? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Under the Radar is next.
News. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my producer Dan is here.
Good morning.
We just ordered some jerk chicken, and Dan was like, this hot sauce is so spicy, but it's not that spicy to me.
That's wild, because I have a really good spice tolerance.
Yeah. All right. But let's get into some
Also,
Under the Radar
thank you so
stories.
much for it, Ange.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
So, would you want to try a nacho cheese flavored alcoholic beverage? Doritos is doing a Doritos flavored beverage, and they're saying that you could add it to a Bloody Mary or something like that. According to the brand, to Frito-Lay, Doritos is all about disrupting culture and bringing our fans unexpected, bold experiences. And so this is a new limited edition nacho cheese flavored distilled alcohol. It uses vacuum distillation to extract the flavor from the actual chips and infuse the beverage. Would you try it?
Sure. Why not? I'll hate it after I try it, but I'll try it.
And yeah, so we'll see about that. I don't know about Doritos flavored, but everything's worth a shot. I don't know what you would mix that with. You drink it straight?
Seltzer?
Yeah.
Everything is safe with seltzer.
Anything, right?
Yeah.
It just waters it down. All right. Tinder has launched a new subscription service for $500 a month, and people are mad about it. Now, you don't have to subscribe to it. It's a premium subscription, and it's invite only. It's called Tinder Select. It's a tier that was announced back in September, and now it's live. It actually just launched yesterday. It gives users the best of Tinder, according to what is claiming, with additional benefits, which includes allowing people to send messages without matching with someone and showing them the most desired profiles of other users. They said they undertook extensive tests and feedback with some of the app's most loyal users. And so one person said, if you're spending $6,000 a year on Tinder, you're not down bad, you're down horrendous, quit while you're ahead. Some people say you need to reevaluate your entire life. But another person said, if you're struggling to land dates on Tinder, I promise you the $500 a month plan is not the solution.
I agree.
You know what, though? They've done studies, and people who pay for subscriptions tend to take dating and relationships more seriously than people that are going on there for free to hook up.
Right. But those subscriptions cost, what, $20 a month? Mm-hmm. Not $500.
But there's people who pay for matchmakers.
Also, Tinder has that stigma where it's just used for hooking up. Yeah.
That's why they're calling it Tinder Select. Yeah. It sounds a little bit more classy, doesn't it? All right. Well, lucky for you, you're getting married. You don't have to worry about any of those things. But that is your Under the Radar. You know, we got the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. Plus, we're going to be talking to you because this is your show. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors. From industry shade to all the gossip. Talk to me. Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
What up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my producer Dan is here with me.
How's it going?
And we are doing Yee Tea. Rihanna, first of all, I love to hear her talk about things because I feel like it's rare that we get a chance to hear from Rihanna. And she was on the carpet at her Fenty Puma Creeper Fatty launch party. She has a new Puma sneaker collaboration. And she talked about being with A$AP Rocky, him being a father, and how she pictured her life when it came to family. Here's what she said.
What's the thing that surprised you most about seeing your best friend become a father?
I loved him differently as a dad. This is major, like, turn on. It's just like, wow. What a leader. What a great, patient, loving. And my kids are obsessed with him. I'm just a background, like I'm an extra.
That's amazing. They did not play with their family, too. Mm-mm. It was like, go, 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 go. All right. Now, Nicki Minaj has broken another chart record. Pink Friday 2 is going crazy. 14 of the 17 songs debuted on the week's Hot 100. The song with Lil Uzi, Everybody, is the highest. After she broke another record on the Billboard 200, she has 3 #1 albums, the most of any female rapper. Previously, she was tied with Foxy Brown, but now she has broken that record, and Foxy did congratulate her for that. Amazing.
Yeah, that's dope.
That little Uzi.
Yeah, everybody? Song's out of here.
Yeah. I mean, you love it. I saw you in here dancing to it.
All right.
All right. And Blueface could end up going to jail for 2 years if police find out that he violated his probation after the incident that happened at the Gem nightclub on Saturday night. That is when we saw that video footage of him shoving that female fan to the floor and instructing his entourage to get her. People are saying this could be a possible violation of his probation. He posted some messages that the woman had written, and I still don't see how that can justify doing something like that. It doesn't make any sense to me why he would it just looks super brutal for something like that to happen. So the Salt Lake City Police Department is aware of these videos during the performance, and they are investigating. All right, now this was quite an interesting story, and I definitely read all of the messages that were posted. Anthony Edwards, a Minnesota Timberwolves shooting guard, he's being accused of pressuring a model to get an abortion. Now, the woman actually exposed him and put up all these messages. And a lot of people are saying he did that because his current girlfriend announced her pregnancy. She posted, "Mom," a title just above the Queen. And so, yes, people were feeling like this model wanted people to know, well, I was pregnant by him and he told me he didn't want to have kids and to get an abortion. Dan, what did you think when you saw it? I know you read it with me.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel bad for her, because she was like pressured into it, and his whole thing was that like he said he didn't want to have kids.
Yeah, she posted the positive pregnancy test, and he said, "Hell no, I can't do this."
Yeah,
that was his response, and he told her, "Get an abortion, LOL. You can't force a kid in the world. You don't know what it is yet." And he said, "I don't want a kid," and he offered to send her money to help out, $100,000. To be exact. And then she did like an AI image of what their child would look like and was like, "Look how cute." And, he told her to take the pills and things like that. And he apologized. "I made comments in the heat of a moment that are not me and that are not aligned with what I believe and who I want to be as a man. All women should be supported and empowered to make their own decisions about their bodies and what is best for them."
What do you think?
I think that if a woman tells you that she's having a baby, you can say, well, this, I wasn't prepared for something like this, but I support whatever you decide to do, because that's what it is.
Right.
If you have sex with somebody, there's a possibility they can get pregnant, and you have to think about that. Anytime you have sex with somebody, there is a possibility that this person can get pregnant, no matter what. So just think about it before you do it. Is it worth it?
He just signed that huge contract too.
Yep. All right.
Like $160 million.
That is your Yeezy. Sounds like you would do it.
Relax.
Now, when we come back, we have Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is a number. Call us up any question you have. We are here to help. It's Way Up.
Hey, everybody, whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
You should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and we are live at work right now, and it's time for Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is the number. Hello, Lito. What's your question?
Hey, so my question is, right, so I'm going on 8 years with my girlfriend. I have a daughter of my own from a previous relationship, as she does. I'm an amazing father to my daughter. I try to be a good father to her daughter, but she seems like I should be doing more for her daughter at this point. I just try to explain to her, like, I'm just trying to get my together, so I hardly do for my own daughter, so I'm not going to do for her daughter what I can't do for my own. So I just want to know, am I wrong?
Well, what kind of things does she want you to do?
So, example, she says, like, pick her up, take her out to eat a little more, some one-on-one time and everything like that. And I understand that completely. But it's the way she brought it about me. Like, her daughter's father has other kids, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So she's seen her daughter's father with his other kids. And I know she felt some type of way and just tried to tell me that I need to do more because that made her feel some type of way.
Okay, like it's a competition.
Kids. Yeah.
Okay. And you're right. Sometimes it is the approach, because you just said you think that's a reasonable request. You just don't like the reason why and how she requested it.
Yes, correct.
And I do think it's really important, this is a child, and you don't ever want the kid to feel like, well, this is your not real dad. Like, no matter what, she didn't ask to be there. You should be treating her child, because you guys have made a commitment to each other to be together, just like she should treat your daughter like it's her own. You should treat her daughter like that's your own too, right?
Understood.
Right. And so I think the main thing is not really what she asked you to do, is how. And that's more of the conversation that you guys need to have. You can do those things, and I think that she's right. Her daughter will appreciate it, and she wants you guys to have a strong bond because she sees you in her life. forever. And because she sees you as her partner and somebody who's going to be in her daughter's life forever, she wants to make sure that you guys establish your own relationship as well. I think that's a positive thing.
Understood. I hear you.
Do those things. Don't not do it because you're mad about how she asked you and the way she phrased it.
Okay.
And remember, it's not always about spending money. It's also about spending time and doing fun things. Even if you feel like, well, I ain't got it like that right now, y'all can have movie nights in the house. You can plan little fun things to do with her that I think will mean a lot.
All right, makes sense.
Are the daughters friends with each other?
Yes, they call each other sisters and everything. And the only thing that really bothered me about it was because she made this request about a day before my daughter's birthday.
Okay.
So it was just like I was in the middle of trying to focus on my daughter's birthday, and then you come with, hey, you need to do more for my daughter. And I'm like, hey, you're just throwing my head in a circle right now.
Yeah. You know what? And everybody's going to be protective of their child, just as you are too, and want whatever is best for their children as well. But the fact that your daughters love each other and call each other sisters, those are both of your kids.
Yeah.
I think that should override everything.
You're right.
What's best for the kids?
You're right.
And then focus on how we communicate. I would have liked for you to ask it to me this way, but you're right. I can step it up and do more. And even if you're planning dates with all the kids together, but just some alone time with you, that's great.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Yee.
No problem. Take care, Lito.
All right. Appreciate it. Love you.
All right. Love you too. And that was Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is the number. And you know what? We're talking about relationships now. Fortunately, that's a good one, but they don't always end well. And we want to talk about how have you gotten revenge on an ex? I'm going to tell you 2 different stories when we come back. And we want to hear about your worst revenge story. One woman set a couple's bed on fire while the baby was sleeping in the bed. It was her ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend. Another woman posted a guy's credit card information and people were just running up the credit card. So we want to see what you did to get revenge on an ex. One was really dangerous. The other one was quite illegal too. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. 800-292-5150 is the number. When did you get revenge? It's Way Up.
Yeah.
Yo.
More Way Up with Angela Yee on now.
You know who it is.
You know who it is.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and we are talking about revenge. Now, I saw a couple of different stories over the past few days. One woman is accused of setting a bed on fire while her ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend was sleeping in the bed with her baby, by the way. Another woman posted her ex-boyfriend's credit card information on social media, and people were actually using his credit card, his debit card, to pay bills and purchase things. And I want to ask you guys, what is the worst revenge that you've gotten on somebody? And listen, maybe you feel bad about it in the aftermath of it, or maybe you felt better afterward. Usually they say revenge doesn't feel so good. You know, my producer Dan is here nodding his head.
That's a fact. I'm curious what you've done, though.
You know what? I'm not a vengeful type of person. One thing that I did do, though, was I found out my ex-boyfriend was cheating, and he had a flight that he was, he had a trip that he was planning with one of his coworkers, and so I canceled his flight. And didn't say anything to him about it. Yeah, minor inconvenience. You know, it probably just cost you more to rebook it, or maybe y'all not on the same flight after that. But I want to hear what you guys did. Kaylee, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You have a revenge story about your ex?
I do. It actually wasn't meant to be revenge, but growing up and looking at it, now it is revenge. My husband didn't get to see our kids for 5 years.
5 years? Oh my God. That was like, how did that even happen?
Well, he had some issues himself and the kids didn't need to be around, but I still didn't handle it right. He's still their dad. That should have been
right.
So I remarried and, you know, we just lived our life as, you know, our 2 kids from my first marriage.
Wow. And you know what though? What you just said is important. You said you didn't handle it right.
No, I didn't.
Looking back, you should have allowed your kids to see their dad and to know that their dad cares about them.
Yes, and it's a different story now, but
yeah,
it's sad then.
All right, well, thank you so much for sharing with us.
All right, thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Take care. Hey, Anonymous, how are you?
I am well, thank you.
Okay, you want to share with us a revenge story that you have with your ex?
Okay, I dated a guy for about 2 years. We got engaged and everything like that. Truly in love. He told me that he lived with his mom. We went up for Sunday dinner. I found out about 2 months before the initial breakup that he actually had his own apartment and he was living with a woman the entire time.
Oh my God! Yeah, he deserves revenge.
Okay, he is a gorgeous guy, about 6'5", 210 pounds, locked all the way down to like his knees. So before I left, I went over, we had drinks and everything like that, and he went to the store, and what I did was I put about a teaspoon of Nair in his shampoo and conditioner so that, you know, they wouldn't fall out all at once, but over time.
Oh, my gosh. And so it really fell out?
Oh, slowly but surely.
Oh, my gosh. I'm not mad at that.
It came out in kind of patches. I think he caught on, but there was no proof.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all, Anonymous. You get what you give. You know what I'm saying? He was lying to you, living with a woman all that time, claiming he lived with his mom. That's a light revenge. He's lucky that's all you did.
And the family was in on it, too.
Oh, hell no. You had me looking like Boo Boo the Fool.
Exactly, for so long. So that was my revenge story. Don't do it, people, but
it felt good. It felt good. All right, thank you for calling.
Thank you.
All right, well, that was you guys talking about your revenge stories. I will say that first one is a doozy when you keep your kids from their father out of revenge, because who suffers in that? The kids. But when we come back, we have last word. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up to always have the last word. It's Way Up.
Got the phone. Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard. What the word is. Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee on a Tuesday hanging out with y'all. I don't even want to go on vacation because I miss it here. I'm kidding. I cannot wait to go on vacation. But it is super quiet here, which is really nice. I feel like nobody else is up here working right now, as far as on the air. But behind the scenes, yes. You know, shout out to JP, OVO, Eli is in the building. Dan, Nick, and Art is up here. So we working, y'all. Got to pay these bills, but today we were talking about holidays. Speaking of paying bills, what can you give somebody who's really hard to shop for? Is money and are gift cards a good present or not? We want to see what you guys had to say about that. So y'all are hilarious. And we also talked about the best revenge you ever got on an ex. And
we live in New York. We live in Harlem. So I got a new recliner, son, and she kept the old one. So I just said, yo, you know what? I'm going to just get her some smell good or get her a spa day.
I was with my girl at the time. We're going to call her A for the story. We were together for like 9-10 months. And mind you, it was right around the time, it was like right after her birthday. I spent hella paper on her. I spent like 8 bands on her for her birthday. We went up to Miami, had a ball. 2-3 weeks after we come back, she starts messing with this white boy. So after I found out, I met up with this other girl named D. I f***ed D while she was on her period and came straight home in A with no shower, no nothing.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.